Hey guys, RTT back here for that video, guys. Today we're taking a look at all the stuff we learned from the Apple event today, and also my thoughts and opinions. Starting off for the way, guys, we have the Apple voice plan. So what this lets you be able to do is through your own voice kind of navigate and control Apple Music a little bit more advanced. So coming to Apple Music, pretty much it's the same concept. We are going to actually have a lot more playlists added and a lot more dedicated around really just making it easier to find music. So for example, you can say like, hey, Siri, go ahead and play, dinner time music, or go play winding down music, and she'll instantly start playing those music tracks based on what you want to hear. So it's really, really cool. I will definitely say for $4.99 a month, it's not too bad. Currently I think we are seeing Apple Music come in at like $9.99 a month for most people. But it says right here, lets you pretty much listen to anything by just using your voice. Hundreds of new playlists coming, accessible via Siri. Play dinner music, then play a playlist to help wind down. So it's really cool. I will say overall wise, not bad at all. So we got some new HomePods. We got a new color, orange. We got some new colors for the HomePods, and orange, in my opinion, it actually does look pretty good. Overall, HomePod I've always been interested in, but I've never pulled the trigger on. It is $99, which is rather on the more expensive end, but still, it's still really cool. So one of the best way to experience Apple Music is on the HomePod Mini. Today we're introducing a more ways for the HomePod Mini to complement your home, including new colors, blue, orange, and yellow. And I will say overall, probably orange is my favorite out of all those choices right there. Now going down, we have new AirPods, and they are AirPods 3. So these are not the AirPods Pro. I know you look at them and you're like, this looks like the AirPods Pro. These are not the AirPods Pro. They are a little bit different, even though, yes, they do look a lot like the AirPods Pro. So all brand new design inside and out, force sensor like an AirPod Pro, brand new low distortion driver for powerful bass and crisp high frequencies. We also have adaptive EQ. Overall, they are sweat and water resistant for workouts, which is awesome. New contour design delivers sound directly into your ear. Adaptive EQ from the Apple Pods Pro coming to regular AirPods. Adjust frequencies in real time based on what you're hearing, which absolutely is amazing. 30 hours of total listening time. One touch setup with automatic pairing to all your Apple devices. Up to 6 hours of listening time. 5 minutes charge gives you an hour of listening. Can give you 4 additional charges for a total of 30 hours. MagSafe and wireless charging. Okay, interesting. And they are coming in $179. So, of course, this is the line. We have the AirPods. We have the AirPods third generation, and then we have the AirPods Pro. So, obviously, these are $80 cheaper than the AirPods Pro. And then we have the AirPods Max right there. Interesting. All right, so now let's talk about them. We got a 14.2 inch and a 16.2 inch brand new MacBooks Pros. Now, the cool thing about these is it's not the M1X. The M1X is not a thing, guys. There's the Max and there's the Pro and there's the Max. M1 Pro and M1 Max. And yeah, pretty much all it is the M1 Max is faster and more powerful than the M1 Pro. Yeah, you probably guessed that, right? It's probably pretty much plain simple. Overall, though, I will say, taking a look at the MacBooks, because I do want to go and take a look at them, but here is the M1 Pro, 32 gigabytes of unified memory, 10-core GPU, 16-core GPU, 200 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. Very, very amazing. And same thing with the M1 Max. Is the same concept, it's just a little bit more powerful overall. So right here we have 64 gigabytes of unified memory, 400 gigabytes of memory bandwidth, 10-core CPU, 30-core GPU. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here is the MacBooks, the one we've been waiting for so long. It has MagSafe, Correct. It has some USB-C ports. Correct. We already knew a lot of what it would have, but there it is, guys, and it has a notch. It actually has a notch. So they made this MacBook so bezel-less as humanly possible, and it has a notch right in the middle. As you guys can see that right in the middle of the actual display, it actually has a notch. That's insane. Also, the Magic Keyboard, the touchscreen keyboard, gone out of this MacBook. No more touchscreen keyboards. On the side here, we have an SD card slot. We also do have a USB-C, and we have a MagSafe. Sorry, no, we have HDMI over here. On the other side, we have two USB-Cs, a MagSafe, and a headphone jack. Interesting they keep the headphone jack, the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for these. Kind of interesting. Anyway, though, it's 24% thinner. We do have that big fat notch in the middle, as you guys can see. 14.2 inch, obviously, and it also does have Pro Motion. That's huge. Does actually have Pro Motion, which is of course huge. It adds so much, and that's what we saw with the new iPhones. Actually has Pro Motion, and this does also have Pro Motion too. There is a 1080p FaceTime HD camera with 4 new element lenses, which is absolutely amazing. And then right here we are looking at the XDR right here, of course, with the brand new MacBooks. So I will say overall, like I said before, I'm very excited about this. You can get them in both iterations, whether you get the 14.2 or the 16 inch. You are going to, of course, being able to get them in the M1 Pro or the M1 Max. So the price tags are going to be as followed. For the 14 inch, it's at $19.99. For the 16 inch, it's going to be $24.99. Silver and gray models are available. That's a really big price tag. Okay. I'll say for $2,000 or $2,500, that is a huge price tag to pay. Now, with how powerful these MacBooks are, these MacBook Pros, it makes sense why the price tag is what it is, right? These are, at this point, with how good the M1 was, and trust me, I know with my Mac Mini right here, I love my Mac Mini, it's so powerful. We are now talking at a point where these M1 chips and now M1 Pro, M1 Max are so powerful, they can easily compete with most PCs on the market, right? They're not going to fully compete with a 3090 and an i9, or actually, honestly, with the 11th generation of Intel. They're not going to compete too well, but they can compete very nicely with a lot of these high-end gaming laptops, right? So it makes sense why they are more on the expensive end for that exact reason, because they can actually start competing with a lot of these high-end laptops all the way up to maybe low-end PCs. So for $2,000, I really wanted to pick this up. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted to pick up the 16-inch. But when you look at the price tag of $24.99 for that freaking laptop, I don't know, man. This is one of those things where I'm going to say, probably not for me. I want to pick one up, but the budget for $2,500 is just simply not there. That's way too much money, in my opinion, for a laptop. Even though it gives you all this performance and all this skill level, I'll go ahead and take the cheaper model, the cheaper option, with the MacBook Airs, right? So that's me personally, like I said, or the MacBook Pro last year, 14-inch with the M1 chip. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, though, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.